What to do at the start of Season 2, the most efficient checklist, and exactly how to earn Crest beyond the cap. What's up guys, Petko here, welcome to another video. This has been a very common question on today's stream by everybody. Petko, how do you have 150 Crest on Mythic, and how do you have 180 Crest on Heroic, and what exactly to do to get the most amount of gear? Let me tell you what to do in a TLDR for about 5 to 8 minutes. Okay. The first thing, Crests. Now, as soon as you log in, the only thing that you have to do is pick up the weekly quest right here in a weekly table. Why is that important? Is because this quest is going to be giving you the 4th spark. Now, even if you have right now 0 sparks, 1, 0, or 2 sparks, you're going to get 3 sparks just by playing Mythic Plus, Raiding, LFR, Normal, Delves, doesn't matter. Any kind of content will give you 3 sparks. The last spark, the 4th one, is only obtainable through this quest right here. Okay, that is the first thing to do. Second thing, step number 2. How do you get Crest beyond the cap? It's very simple. The most efficient way is through the Nemesis Delve. Now, Nemesis Delve is in the Coyote Isle right here, Venom 4 Deeps, and has 2 difficulties. 1 question mark difficulty, which is pretty easy. And once you defeat it, you're going to get 30 Heroic Crest beyond the cap, beyond the 100 weekly cap. And the second one is a double question mark difficulty, which is actually pretty tough. And if you do defeat that as well, you're gonna get one more time 30 Heroic Crest, so in total 60, and a 31 time Mythic Crest. Keep in mind, those are one-time reward. You cannot farm it every week, just one-time reward, okay? That's how you can get it. Now, I've already killed this delve earlier, like 7 hours ago today, solo. This is the mount you're gonna get. I believe this week is only limited to the mount. No, this week is only the title, so if you want to kill it solo, you just get, the title, whatever. But if you do kill it in a party, you're still going to get the mount, I believe. Now, do keep in mind that if you kill it in a party, it's going to be easier for you, and you're still going to claim the rewards, which is exactly what you're here for. You're here for the rewards, for the crest. You don't here for the mount. Unless you are, I don't know. That's fine too. So that's what you have to do. That is very important if you do want to get ahead and make the most out of this week. If you can, I killed it with 295 item level. You don't need that item level. You can even get higher than this to make it easier. Or just get a tank, double healer, whatever. You can check out how I killed it. My chat has helped, but there's tons of add-ons to tell you what to do. I didn't play with one because, I don't know why actually. Anyway, beyond that, step number 3. There's one more way to get 20 Heroic Crest on top of what you have, and 20 Mythic Crest to get to 150 for Mythic and 180 in Heroic. And that is to Cracked Keystone quest. What is Cracked Keystone? It is a one-time quest per season that is earnable only through tier 11 delve. I know tier 8 is the max for the reward, and that is still the case. But if you get to tier 11, and do it one time, you kill the boss. It doesn't matter if it's bountiful or not. I believe it does not matter. But just to make it safe, you can be bountiful. Okay, just make it safe. To be bountiful, killed on the tier 11 one time. If you unlock every single chest around you, you're gonna be able to get a quest called Crack Keystone. That quest, all you gotta do is just complete one dungeon, and that's it. Mythic Plus dungeon. That's it. +2, +3, +5, doesn't matter. Whatever you like. Now, I do recommend one more thing to do if you want to min-max it. You can also do one Nightmare Prey really quick before the tier 11 delve to get Scale Herald Flute. That flute you can cast on a nearby respawn point. You know how you enter the delve and like midway through the delve there's like a respawn point. If you cast this flute there, there's gonna be a mini-boss appearing. If you defeat the mini-boss, you're gonna get a map. You know the map last week that I told you about that you can get a better item? Same map, okay? You kill it, you get a map, use the map, you go to the last boss, you kill it, and you just double dip. It's triple dip. It's bountiful, it's map on top of this, it's tier 11, and it's Crack Keystone. So all of these 3 are like triple dipping. So that is insane value for the time that you're gonna put in. And let's be honest, tier 11, if you have high Valera, it's piss easy. You put it to tank, it solos the whole dungeon for you. If you have leveled Valera like me, you can do it, okay? That's about it. Step number 4, tier set. Please, for the love of God, don't look at me and be like, wow, Petko, you're so good. How do you get tier set? I got my tier set funneled, okay? I stream, I made my own group in the morning with a bunch of my viewers. They didn't come shamans, hunters, and evokers. So I managed to pick up 3 tokens. I used 1 catalyst charge and I got my tier set. Now for every single person that is not a streamer and has no access to this, you are going to be able to have 2 catalyst charges. One is going to be baseline. Everybody's going to have it no matter what you do. The second catalyst charge you can get by getting a 2000 score in Mythic Plus, which for the most part, it should be a combination of +7 and +8. By this time, +10s are pretty easy if you're able to have at least 290 eye level, okay? You can steamroll through them. We were 3 chesting, I believe, almost 3 chesting +10s, but everything else was like pretty much double chest. Everything is actually quite undertuned. It's quite easy, so you can go ahead, get it done, and that's about it, okay? That is the second catalyst charge. So in order for you to have a 4 set this week, first you need to get lucky in Vault. If you have a tier set in a Vault, get the tier set, then have 2 catalyst charges and hope to God you actually get to have a piece from LFR, normal, and heroic. Now I do not recommend you do heroic raid, it's way too difficult so far, but normal should be pretty easy. We did 6 bosses out of 8 and most of them were one shot. There were some that required some pulling, but that was early in the morning when everybody was between 285 to 90. So now that everybody's higher level, you can do it much faster, okay? So that's one way to do what I just explained to do. Speaking about a Vault, right now, I think the most efficient thing to do in a Vault is pick up a socket instead of a tier set. Now, if you have a tier set, pick that. If you have nothing, just pick a socket. Now, I did something actually pretty smart. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm going to keep my tokens right now for the next reset. Now, instead of everybody else, so what people do right now is they just buy a socket, right? If you go to tokens, you just go and buy a socket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my tokens now. It might be exploit. I don't know. I don't recommend to do it. But next week, they're going to allow us to buy reroll tokens. So I'm going to hold my tokens. I am going to pick up my Vault next week. I'm going to pick up once again tokens. And I'll try to get 2 reroll tokens. Which is going to be insane if it's allowed. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. And the last step where once again, this is a big disclaimer, crafting. You have 4 sparks, which means you can craft anything you would like. I believe if you want to have a 2-hander, I think 2-hander costs 4 sparks, right? Yes, 2-hander costs 4 sparks, 1-hander costs 2 sparks, and everything else costs 2 sparks, okay? So look at Icy Veins, look at class discords, look at anywhere else you would like to look at Warhead 2. Check out your class and spec. The moment you know what to craft, do it. Get the Mythic Crest and craft only with Mythic Crest. If you do not have Mythic Crest, do not craft. Now people are gonna be like, oh, but I cannot get Mythic Crest, too hard, yada yada yada. If you cannot do it now, just get Heroic Crest, get gear, and once you start to get Mythic Crest, right, from dungeons +9 and above this, then you can craft. Up until then, I would say delay the craft until you can, because otherwise you have to recraft and it's gonna become very costly for you, okay? And it's up to you. If you have the gold, you can recraft. I'm poor like a church mouse. I don't, so I gotta save as much, and that's why I'm only gonna be crafting with Mythic Spark, okay? That's about everything what you have to do for this week. I honestly touched on the most important things. There's a bunch of shit you gotta do, you know, Mythic Plus and grind gear. By the way, speaking about gear, Mythic Plus right now is the best source of gear based on the amount of time you spend. 30 minutes or 25 minutes equals to a chance to get a 311 eye level item. I think so, 311s, which is actually pretty high. So if you try to get try to invite people that are close to your let's say if you're playing rogue, try to invite druids, DHs, rogues, etc. to get yourself the highest chance to get more leather. Anyway, thank you for watching the video once again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more news. So far, the patch looks crazy good. The only thing that's bad is actually the raid. There's a lot of lags in raid. So they did say they're gonna fix it, so let's hope they're gonna do that. And until then, thank you for watching, and yeah, make sure to follow for more. We're trying to hit 50k followers this year on YouTube, even though we have a scuff channel. We're trying our best, okay? Thank you for watching. Much love. See you tomorrow.